Peace, this is Star with the Star Rooms. If y'all hear me, y'all, I'm over here. I'm a licensed nail tech, y'all. Um, I went to nail school in 20, goodness gracious, it's irrelevant. I would say maybe like 2013, 2014 was when I went to cosmetology school for me to learn how to do nails. I actually just went to be a nail tech. I didn't go to be a cosmetologist. You could do that esthetician, you know. But anyways, when I can, I do my own nails. And I literally was waiting to do my nails. I had to do my baby's hair today. I guess y'all caught up with me for a second on this live. How y'all doing tonight? Uh, doing my baby's hair. I got to a certain point and I'm like, you know what? I don't actually mind letting her go to sleep. My baby's so tender headed, y'all. If y'all have kids who have issues with sensories and different stuff like that, um, extremely high vibrational, um, most of the kids are, unless they going through just like a lot of stuff in their homes and stuff like that, or if they just deal with their own personal journey and they go through a lot. Most of the kids are extremely in that rate regardless, but um, a lot of these kids, y'all, they be operating in multiple spaces. And when we be doing their hair, they be so sensitive, not necessarily just tender headed, but they be sensitive in their crown chakra because of where they're operating from. Y'all, they like to say that they don't want us to operate but above our neck, you know, beyond a certain threshold. 222. I had no intentions of talking about this. I had no intentions of talking about this. They don't want us operating beyond a certain threshold. So, a lot of the times when it comes to like the babies getting their hair combed, doing their hair and stuff like that, a lot of the times it really don't really go over well with the kids because they feel on higher octaves. That was one of the things I was told. My baby used to be amazing, and then it's like she just started like losing it. And I found ways for me to basically aid her in being able to like do her hair. I've created things to allow her to be able to be at ease, um, slick, slicking methods to be able to like loosen up her hair to keep her hair done and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't do no forcing over here. I don't force her. I don't require her to. I don't force her. So if she says it's too much and I can, all right, babe, we'll wait. So we had to take a break, and she has so much long hair too, y'all. But anyways, let's stay focused. Y'all know I like to be authentic and I like to be transparent, especially with my share and my nails. I love how when you take the nails off, how it has like that little I don't want to give y'all the finger, but how sharp, your nail bed is. But anywho, um, the other day when I came on live, I be giving these messages to me first, y'all. I want y'all to understand that. So, before I started this live, I decided that I wanted to basically be in a space to where I give clarity on my why, a little bit of my why. A lot of people in the spiritual community feel that a lot of the information that I'm sharing is very personal to me, and it is. And a lot of people feel that you shouldn't be sharing a lot of this information. If that's the case for you, you shouldn't be. However, for me, a lot of the things that I've processed and how I went through my journey, I feel like the reasoning and the I wanted to say the glory just a second ago, but I don't understand exactly why at this moment. Um, in the lessons that I retrieve, because I'm constantly in a desire to receive a message and a lesson, and I know that there is something to be learned from wherever it is that we're journeying through. So the glory in where I'm finding myself to be at on my journey a lot of the times is, like I said, in the lessons. And when I come on and I share, a lot of the times I'm sharing based off of whatever placement I find myself to be in. I recognize in truth and me being authentic, when I first started out sharing, I wasn't aware of a lot of things that I wasn't aware of. I had set myself on this scale of remembering what I had forgotten in order to remember so I could forget again type of processes, because I had understood that there's this rate that you need to ascertain, but then there's also this space that you need to sit within mercy where you aren't so far beyond, so far above, because you have gained memory that you can't hold space for those who are awakening or those who don't awaken. And that's a thing for us as spiritual beings that's very real. And in the space that I was in the other day, I was so truthful with y'all. At first, my spirit team, they got on me, y'all. As soon as I got off the live, just like, you need to stop smoking whatever it is that you smoking. You need to stop it. And I'm like, ah, because I knew it was for me when I heard it and when I received it, because I'd already made certain adjustments for myself. And what I recognized was this path and this journey through the lungs that we actually don't really equate to, because we haven't allowed ourselves to fully connect with the memory of how it properly works and how it functions. And science doesn't always give us the full detail or even the vernacular that we could be able to sit in full understanding of what is happening. You have, however, the ability to go through these spaces, and what happens is there's these caulders that are created within this space that needs to be able to be opened up and closed, opened up and closed. And if you have these pockets that start to close down, this is what I see, y'all, okay? Things aren't what you want them to be. And we are all essentially, regardless of whether or not we agree to it or not, at some point on our journey, we become channels. We either are used, we're using, or we're utilizing, or we're releasing ourselves, or we're opening up ourselves to be able to be filtrated through on some level, whether it's for us, against us, or however, right? And you have to be mindful when you're doing this, what quality, what rate of channel you would like to be based off of how you take care of the vessel that you're channeling through. So if we recognize on that spiritual journey we done been through a whole lot, you also recognize this body needs a lot. So you got to make adjustments. So I wanted to be honest and be transparent on that. I'm working on it. My baby said, you got to follow your heart, mommy. You're not following your little person on the inside, and your inside person is telling you something, and you're just not listening to her. And I'm like, holy shucks. So when my baby starts speaking to me, and our kids are always speaking to us, it's always a message there. So um, I'm going to start over because I'm almost, it's 9:09. I'm almost at 10 minutes just getting caught up with y'all, okay? Um, I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna start over, okay?